So thank you all, and thanks for being so good to me these past 5 months. Appreciate it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me first just thank Barbara Lee again for her tremendous service to this nation, for all that she is, all that she does, all that she represents from the very beginning through the very end. This was a friendly contest of ideas. And now that the race is over, I look forward to working closely with her on behalf of all of the people in the United States of America. I'm thankful to my colleagues who listened and thought about and discussed and took seriously this caucus chair race, those who supported me and those who supported Barbara. We have an opportunity now to come together, to move forward, to fight for the people in the United States of America. Not for the wealthy and the well-off and the well-connected. That's what the other side does. House Democrats, we're going to fight for the people. We're going to work hard to lower health care costs, protect people with pre-existing conditions, increase pay for everyday Americans, work on a real infrastructure plan, clean up corruption in Washington, D.C. There are several other leadership elections that will take place over the next few days. And once that's concluded, we all will be in a position to come together and focus on the business of the American people. Let me also just thank Joe Crowley, my friend, my mentor. I stand on his shoulders. He served this Congress in a phenomenal way for 20 years, served the city of New York, served communities in Queens and the Bronx. And we know that while this chapter closes for Joe Crowley, there'll be other chapters that open, and he'll continue to contribute in a mightiful way to the United States of America. With that, I think I can take a few questions.
Mr. Jeffries, yes, you're calling for unity, but there are still some members of your caucus who want to stop Nancy Pelosi from becoming Speaker. How problematic will it be for your party to show unity if the same members try to prevent her from getting the speakership on the floor of the House in January?
Well, every member has an opportunity to do what they feel is best on behalf of the communities that they represent. The first order of business when we reconvene at 1 p.m. will be to take a vote on our Speaker designee. As of the moment, Nancy Pelosi is the only candidate who has submitted her name, and we'll see what happens when the meeting reconvenes if someone emerges. But again, these are all contests of ideas, working through the process of preparing to transition from where we are to the House majority, and once we do that, we'll all come together.
Congressman, speaking of that transition, there are a number of freshman members who have ambitions to be on some pretty powerful committees. It's not usually the case that freshmen get those kinds of seats. What is your view on how those committee seats should be allocated to freshmen?
Well, that's a discussion that we're going to have as a caucus, and we anticipate over the next few days as we turn away from the leadership elections to the organizational rules for the next Congress that will work through those discussions. Well, as the chair, I have to preside over those deliberations, so I'm not going to state an opinion right now.
Mr. Jeffries, Lee just said that she felt sexism and ageism were at work in this election, and that women, especially women of color, still have to break glass ceilings. Can you respond to that?
Well, again, I think that it was a friendly contest of ideas, and the members of the House Democratic Caucus worked their will. I look forward to all of us coming together and moving forward on behalf of the American people.
Congressman, Nancy Pelosi said she was, during the campaign, that she was going to be a transitional figure. What does transitional mean to you? Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years? What's the time frame for a new generation?
That's the only determination that can be made in that regard is a determination that needs to be made by Leader Pelosi. I think she has correctly said, if she is the next speaker, that she is not going to lame duck herself, particularly because we're dealing with the Trump administration, we're dealing with Mitch McConnell and the boys in the Senate, and we're dealing with some of Trump's friendly co-conspirators in the House of Representatives. Why in the world would she or anyone lame duck themselves as we're approaching some tough negotiations?
Mr. Jeffries, a lot of your colleagues
say that one day when Pelosi and her deputies do step aside, that you could fulfill that void and that you could be Speaker one day? Is that something you aspire to?
Not at all. This was an incredibly close race. It's a heavy burden now in terms of serving as the chair of the House Democratic Caucus. As of 1 p.m., I have to preside over all of these elections. It's like the shortest transition in American history. And so I'm focused right now on that job and focused on making sure that we bring the caucus together and that we can move forward on behalf of the people of this great country.
What does it mean to have two CBC members sitting at the elected leadership table for the first time ever?
Well, I think that I stand on the shoulders of people like Jim Clyburn and John Lewis and Emmanuel Cleaver and Maxine Waters and Charlie Rangel and Shirley Chisholm. In fact, I'm proud to represent a district that was once represented in Brooklyn by Shirley Chisholm. So there's a great legacy of the Congressional Black Caucus. This is not the first time that two Congressional Black Caucus members have run for a leadership position. It will be the first time that you will have two African Americans within the top 5 in the United States of America. I'm sure it's a proud moment for our communities, but I'm focused on standing up for everyone, white, black, Latino, Asian, Native American. Every single American deserves us here in the United States Congress to work, Democrats and Republicans, on their behalf to make their life better. One more question?
You, I understand, get to make the call about whether to delay the D-Trip election. Do you have a decision on that?
Well, I'll be having a conversation with Leader Pelosi, with Steny Hoyer, with Jim Clyburn, informally with other members of the House Democratic Caucus, and then I'll sit down with the 3 DCCC candidates who are here, and then I'll also have a conversation with Sean Patrick Maloney, get everyone's input in terms of the candidates, hear what the members of the House Democratic Caucus have to say, and then we'll proceed from there. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is the incoming Democratic Caucus chair, Hakeem Jeffries of New York. He won that vote earlier.